Are we live? I believe so. I think it's been 99 days, almost 100 since the last stream. So, welcome back. And hopefully it's going to be a very good occasion, which is the 0.3 update of Assetto Corsa EVO. Not Evo, we're saying it in Italian, EVO. Which brings the multiplayer. And now we have to bridge 7 minutes before I can show you anything substantial. So, whatever you want to know that isn't breaking the NDA, I'm going to answer right now already. I'm that generous. How have you been? How have you been bridging the 5 months? No, it's not that long. It's the last update. LMU, I guess. iRacing. Project Motor Racing Beta. Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm doing more driving than ever, but it's all testing. The theory of relativity, well, probably not. Gotta ask Carl Sagan, I believe. Hey Rudy, hey Pedro, hey Fabio, hey Rick, hey Kevin. Jeremy, Heel and Toe. Ginger. Yeah, it's almost 100 days. If we waited 3 more hours, it would have been 100 days, I believe. So I have the game already open. But I can't switch to it because embargo lifts in 5 minutes. Oh, Hildebrand. Du hast nichts zu tun, Kevin. Er hat sich verirrt. Ich glaube, ich bin auf der Leinwand zu sehen. Doggy's actually fine. She has pretend pregnancy. So she's carrying around her toy and being all cuddly. Ja, Kevin, also für ganz Unwissende, wir haben einen langen Entwicklungszyklus hinter uns von 3-4 Monaten und heute kommt die Multiplayer-Beta raus. Heikle Situation, weil wir natürlich nicht wissen, ob es die 10.000 Leute, die jetzt ankommen, halten wird. Insofern... So, 4 minutes. Yeah, me too. I mean, worst case, we're not driving MP, just single player to show off the new cars and new physics, which I think on its own is already worth it. But of course, everybody's here for the multiplayer, not to drive on their own. I will also, I can probably do it in here as well. Post a link to a kind of development post around the physics stuff. I'll post that on Discord, but I think I can just probably drop the link in the chat here as well. Also at 7 p.m. And then the beta will be accessible on Steam through a separate branch, because the plan is to test this a little in the beta environment before pushing the 0.3 version to the live build, just to be sure everything holds up. 3 minutes left. Oh, where is that? Here's the chat. I keep losing track of all my windows. Step the loud pedal. I'll try the Cayman when it comes out. Well, it comes out in 3 minutes, literally, plus your download time. So it's not going to be long. I have the roadmap. Actually, what we can do is I'm going to restart the game. because as we start the game, actually, there isn't going to be the roadmap. That's going to be all the changes that have been happening. I think they stepped away from a overly promising roadmap for now, because turns out things take longer than desired, to say the least. So I have that screen open now. Now we still have to wait. Well, performance certainly is better. I feel the most performance costing thing is pixels. Like, if you have ultra wide, no matter your hardware, you're going to suffer. If you have 4K screens, you're going to suffer. If you have triples, a lot of pixels, you're going to suffer. So it really becomes problematic with lots of pixels. But on the ultra wide, I can pretty steadily play 90 to 100 FPS on almost ultra settings with a 4090. So it's still hungry, but it is improving. But I think I just watched a clip earlier, which is a couple months old. I think it was from last year even. The game just looked different. So I think it looks better now, plus better performance. But your tests will show that. AMD has gotten some love, but I also know that some issues with AMD persist. 30 seconds. Well, let's just presume my my clocks here are a bit out of sync, okay? What does Windows say? Yeah, 10 seconds. Okay, we dropped the ball, okay? Okay, just answering more messages because also helping some streamers out. So let's switch the scene. If I still know how to stream this, I guess we're pressing this button. Something happens. It just doesn't know the game yet. So let's switch to Assetto Corsa EVO, shall we? Maybe we turn off the pedals here for a second because we don't need that. So first thing is the overview of the new content. I should also get you the link here for the blog post. 1 second. And I'll also post the branch password now here in chat in case you do not have it in the email or on the socials or wherever. And here's also the link to the dev blog. So while you download, feel free to skip through the dev blog just to get an idea what really we've been doing. So me personally, most involved in the driving, getting the cars to behave how they should behave, and also just as you do the cars, you notice certain things in the physics that are just not right, or certain things for example, the Audi cars, the R3, the R6, they have active differentials. You need to develop that and make it proper. So as you do certain cars, they will have certain requirements, so you keep improving the physics. But most important stuff, I think, is for the overall feel of the game is going to be the tire model. So maybe don't update just now if you haven't had a chance. Give 0.2 a last go before you say goodbye to it, just to get a feel for how that felt. Then move on to 0.3. You really only need to do 1 or 2 laps. That's enough to get that old feeling. And then you move on to 0.3, do the same combo again. And I promise you it's going to feel entirely different. Even more so if you drive 0.3 like I did for, well, last couple months already. And then going back to 0.2, and that's pretty much impossible to do. Then you sit there puzzled. So I hope this is all coming down to really good improvements. I also posted some for feedback, general suggestions in the Discord, which I'll just show you my in-game settings just to take away any. But before you start setting it up wrong, let's show you how to set it up right. And all you really want is use the FFB gain slider everything else can be 0. Okay, there's some enhancement. You have various sources now to create vibration effects on the wheel, which maybe for very low end wheels gives you extra clues, right? When the tire loses grip, when the ABS kicks in, things like that can be a little added on top now. But for direct drives, I'm pretty sure this is not needed. Okay, then don't use any of the dynamic damping, no minimum damper, no damper gain, no true force if you're on a direct drive. If you are on very low powered wheels, maybe add a bit of damper gain, minimum damper to just keep some basic resistance in the wheel. Okay, I get that it's sometimes too light around the center, especially when the cars are very responsive. So you turn the wheel a tiny bit, and the car changes direction really a lot. That's when I understand you need some more basic resistance. Anyway, so leave this all off. Basically only use the FFB gain, and in your wheel software, whatever you have, let the wheel do its thing. Okay, don't limit it, don't add any friction damping, whatever. Just let the wheel take the signal from the game and work with it. And after that, when you're still unhappy, then add stuff. But first, I'd say just get it as raw as you can. All right. Did I change something? We should probably, yeah, just apply it. So then, there's been so much stuff. There's small stuff like the showrooms have been extended a bit. Some more plants added probably. We have a couple more showrooms to show off. There's a track garage. I don't know if that was actually there before, where the camera is now moving around a little bit. Okay, just some nice stuff where you're in the menu. I think the living room has gotten some improvements, is now bigger. There's a fireplace. I think this is how Marco wants to live. I'm not sure he actually does. So yeah, if you're so into your car that you want it in your living room, you virtually have the option. Then we have a new garage here, which you might have seen in the videos that Kunos has been putting out, okay? And there's also now, because that was a bit of an issue before, a menu frame rate limiter. So we can now just have, I think if it's on, the menu frame rate limit is 30. If it's off, the menu frame rate limit is 60 by default, which just helps not burn down your GPU while you're just in the menu. No, Stefano did not work on the physics. But it's still his work, basically. Okay, so I think let's have a quick look here. Well, let's make the new... Let me be sure I don't have any cars in here that you shouldn't see, but I think this is the version that only has the car you should be seeing. So just to show you quickly the new car. So there is an RS6 now, which is, well, it is big, it is heavy, but the good thing is you won't feel that now. We only fitted in the active differential. Well, it's in there, but the logic is a bit faulty. So there's going to be a hot fix in the coming days where the differential on the Audi works very nicely and it will actually oversteer. Okay, so this is 620 horsepower or something with up to, because it's dynamic, 85% power to the rear tires. So this is very not the Audi you know exists normally. This is not the understeery heavy piece of metal that you're used to. This thing slides. Then we will have the RS3 was already there, but this also got the improvements to the active differentials, including it has this torque rear mode where all the power that goes to the rear can go onto this one side of the rear, which makes it a drift machine as well. Then also new, old M3 E30 drives fantastic. If you have driven it on Live for Speed, then you're very close. Just that it's more nuanced here. Then from the same era, we should have, well, we just go by as they come here in the menu. Yeah, I will. Healinto, I will. I think as we're driving, it's probably the best way to go through it. Then, of course, we have the M4 GT3. and in terms of looks, the greatest thing really is this. And the detail they have put in the taillights here. Like, can't congratulate Gergo enough for making this as pretty as it is, really. Already in Steam. Yeah, I posted the password above. You can also find it on Discord. So, next car. All cars. The Caterham is also new. And it was, I'm very happy about it actually, because among some other testers, there's someone who actually has experience in the car. And when he touched it the first time, he was like, oh, this is actually super close and super intuitive to drive for me. So I think we nailed that hopefully as well. Beware though, this thing has an open differential on the rear. It wants to kill you. So don't overdo it. The differently branded tires do not behave differently. We do have a eco compound, which is super slidey. We have a road compound, default road compound, which has more grip. Then we have a supercar tire, which has even more grip. A hypercar tire, which has even more grip. Between all of them, the temperature properties are a bit different, things like that. Then there's, of course, a racing slick, which is mostly the same across all cars, apart from the dimensions, of course, and the dimensions of the tire going to define how it behaves. And then there's a wet tire for the race cars as well. Then going further, what do we have as well? Changes. There are virtually changes to all cars, okay? The Camaro, for example, now features active dampers on the ZL1 version. Non-active dampers on the 1LE, just like in real life. We also now have the electronic differential logic they use on the rear car in the game. So all the cars will change slightly, also because the overall damping algorithm changed. And it makes all these cars more planted in weight transfer situations. So even those 800 horsepower machines like the Ferrari is much more planted now, much easier to control. The Dallara is insane in terms of customization, really, because we have it as a spider. We have a separate track day version, which is like a Targa. So some have the doors going up, some have the doors normally opening. There's a huge amount of changes you can do to the car. You can remove those kind of outlets here on the front fender. You can remove the rear wing. If you remove the rear wing, you die. Don't. Can choose a manual gearbox in it, and it also has a automatically operated manual gearbox on the rear car. It does not have a double clutch, and it does not have a sequential. It really is an automatically operated manual, which is super slow, and you will feel that when driving. So here's you can remove those things on the fenders. Then you can decide to have the different doors. Things like that. I think something on the engine cover as well, but you go it by yourself, okay? Rear ring, I can't remove it on this particular version. You will figure it out. plenty to do. So what else do we have? It shouldn't be too much more. I think there doesn't need to be said too much about this car. It's fantastic to drive. It's really challenging and fast. Loud. Good. What else do we have? I feel this is like one of the kind of secret stars of the update. You would think, this isn't really a GT3, isn't really a GT2. It's nothing somewhere in between, but it's really great to drive and it's really unique. And do not turn off TC. It's super aggressive on the throttle. I think when you go through a hairpin, 10-20% throttle without TC, it just spins. So be careful with that. Super nervous, so the TC actually needed on that one. Then also new is the 190E. So we have it together with a M30. Lots of detail there in the cockpit. I think most of the work, I think, goes into the 3D model here. And believe it or not, I got to show this off because we push Gergo to put it in the game, so now I also have to show it. We go to the animations and we will oh no. Oh no, is it the electrics? Oh yeah, we have the wipers here. I don't know if you can see it with a 30 FPS, but the Mercedes typical extension of the center mounted wiper needed to be there, of course, for extra realism. Do we have one more? The Cayman GT4. That, of course, is a car that you already know. Now, especially with the new physics, and EVO is going to just feel better, okay? It's more responsive. It's not the sluggish, heavy thing that you know from ACC. It drives much more race car-y, so to say, in EVO. So I think now we will actually have to hurry to join the MP server and still get a quali lap in. I also didn't join the practice kind of because could be unfair to the others, okay? Could be unfair because I have so many hours on the game. Oh no, I cannot copy paste in the password. We need to fix that. So let's see if I typed it correct at least. Seems like it. We're joining. So sorry guys, I kind of did not read the questions now because I had to run through the content there. But I hope I will just answer the questions as we go along. Mabix has practiced, perhaps. Vehicle setup, we're actually not going to touch this till 4 minutes of practice left. We are on Donington. So, starting to drive, just for, I have an extra kind of widget here from RTSS showing me the FPS and everything. Right now, while streaming, and OBS takes a fair amount of performance out of the PC, okay? I have right now, I kept the FPS to 90, and this is almost ultra settings, I believe, okay? There's very little that I turned down a click or so. And I'm running 90 FPS while the GPU is at 73% usage. So there's some headroom. And I'm running just 200 watts here. If anybody knows the 4090, you know it can run 450, 60 watts or something. The seat is RCC or Luso Motors sells this seat. It's MK6. But we should do some driving. So first I think we need to... Probably the sound needs to be louder, guys, right? Hey, Endemic, mate. Looking forward to your video, I believe. It should be much better now. And the beta branch is out now. If you scroll up a little, I posted the beta branch password, or you find it on my Discord. I pinged somewhere. What did I want? The audio louder a little bit. So let's maybe put it to 50 or something here, just so we hear that engine a little better. Real throttle model for nicer takeoff. I don't know, to be honest. That's something that needs to be done partly physics side, partly per car. But we have more kind of fundamentals to solve. I think on some cars it's much more aggressive now, on others more lenient. After all, it's just a shape. So there's some car coming. Favorite car from the update? Different ones depending on what you want to do. Hey Stitchy, I think it is. Yeah, I already posted the SimuCube 2 settings, plus also I went through my settings in the game, but essentially in the game use the FFB gain and nothing else. I agree, Francesco, and it does look better by the day. And the thing is also, in EVO, it's much better to run lower FPS. Yeah, FFB clipping indicator indeed, where you see the bar going left, right. And when that turns red, you know it's clipping. Okay, let me see. I need to, I give myself 1 lap to beat Mobic's time. I'm probably failing at that. That killed the momentum. So maybe watch a bit how this car drives now. More like AC or ACC. I think it feels like Evo. Oh boy. Ran out of time. So right into qualifying then. Oh, and another practice. I think the restart is something, but I'm fine with either. Ah, okay, sorry. Yeah, you can only see it a bit there, right? Yeah. Well, it's not that important. I could probably do it like this. Or actually, we can also move this if my mouse would function properly. Is that the wrong code I posted? I don't think so. I think it's the correct one. Has anybody else has trouble with that? So we can also just click through here. What I like over ACC already is the simple fact that you can use the mouse while driving and move everything around as you please. The beta will stay, yeah. It's not gonna go away. We are hoping that everything just works and we can move the beta to the main branch in a week. If you push too much on entry in this car, the open diff is gonna screw you over and you're just gonna slide. So it's important to stay calm on entry in this one and make sure you keep the momentum. You almost have to drive it a little bit like the Porsche in that was off track, nice. Like the Porsche, the older Porsche, the 991 in ACC, where it tends to murder you on entry and just wants to rotate all the time. And this one is similar, just without the downforce. And this car is slow, but it's still challenging. Hey, Teds. Thank you. I'm new. Okay, somebody keeps restarting moving sessions, but I guess so we stay on schedule. I might get to do a lap at some point. Tivox, it's hard to troubleshoot for me. If you could try, I know it's risky, but if you could try the official Assetto Corsa Discord, perhaps, or just ask on my Discord. Maybe you just have a typo in there, or if you copy it with a space in front or in the back, make sure to remove the space. Well, Marco, we'll take that feedback. Just post it somewhere where it gets tracked. Thanks, Mr. Gid. Do we already leave a space here to the other cars before we run into them? We also have implemented now, you can't see it because it's out of screen, but there's a FFB multiplier per car now, so you don't have to change the settings all the time. Oops, locked it up a bit. The trick in this car is also a bit, don't run the engine into too high RPM. It actually doesn't produce much power there. So you can shift before at the red line, actually, somewhere 6 something. I think collision certainly on, and there's also going to be damage. It's probably not that sensitive yet. Certainly not as sensitive as on iRacing. Brake like ACC, absolutely no. I think we went for lenient on this car here, like it's not super difficult. You can still be aggressive on the brake, but you can't just hold 100%, I believe. Especially when you turn in, you can't just be on 100. But we also got feedback from a guy who drove the car. He said we need a bit more brake power so that the locking up is easier, so to say. Sorry, T-Rox, I don't know the structure there. You can join... off track. You can join my Discord. I posted it there as well. There's a channel that says content and products or something. Hello, doggy. We need to leave a gap here, I think. Or we just passed Paolo on the straight. Let's do it like that. Bring the momentum. There we go. Oh, Mavic's also not setting valid laps. So, there's a green delta. Let's go. Make sure it's valid this time. Losing so much time here. So what are the lap times like? Boothby nailing it as always. Oh, I should have used the brake. I feel it looks very natural in a way. It's not as punchy with the colors as ACC was, for example. Oh, I'm running the road tire. I think we locked it on this car as well. Yeah, I couldn't let that happen. Booth B and P1. But you can, I mean, in the graphic settings, you have just the option now to choose your own filter a bit, so you can just change the colors in a way. It does, Victor, and it still needs to improve, though. I think on all the road cars, it's already fine. The race cars will still need some work in that regard. Yeah, my SimuQ profile really is just a standard Kunos Sims profile that I have. You can use ACC, so to say. So, let's give it another go. Well, not ideal. We have fuel still, yeah. That's it. Long message. Will you switch to Venom or stay with SC2 Pro? I see no point in switching. This is perfect to me. I'm not missing anything. Oh, boost be improved. Need to get creative here. Let's move the brake bias, maybe. There's more lying around. Oh, don't worry. When on Red Bull Ring, the sunset is going to kill you. Not ideal. Is that booth B? Then we have a crash gate. So we could do something on the setup, but I'm not really... I don't think we want to add front camber because we can't add anything on the rear. So the car is just going to get even more oversteery. Tempted to try anyway. And here's nothing we can do. Just move the brake bias a little bit. And that's about it. Welding masks. It's just white in the end. This is actually much closer than I thought. Really good. And also, if you want to know who's mostly in charge of how the cars feel, that's Alfredo. He always sends me the cars, then I complain. Oh, Boothby has taken 6 10s in the middle sector out of me. Uh-huh. Need to find the track limits. So there's plenty more time here. 3 10s for me in the first. 6 in the middle. 3 in last. Oh, sorry, that wasn't me. My fault. 10 here. 3 there. 3 there. Okay. So that's where it is. Ah, yeah, we can go ready, but usually you never get everybody to push the ready button, so let me see if I missed anything on Discord. I believe I did not. We have the race. Actually, this is why I win. I think I turned down the grass because it gives 10 FPS if you go a little lower in the settings or so. And the least thing I need is grass. Hello, Volker. Yeah, I will go faster. Let's see if we can battle here a bit. So what else do we have? What do we have here? Blah blah blah. Oh, it's we didn't die T1. There's no dirt on the track, no. Uh-oh. This is what I was hoping we would see. Mad driving. Will there be? Unsure. Oh, do we live? Oh, sorry, George. I think we entangled there a bit. Yeah, it's just with the open wheels a bit. That's an issue. I'll make it up to him later. Tell him. Okay, there's an off track. Bit much. Hey, Daniel. Yeah, I think it's exaggerated a bit, the contact, right? Well, I hope the contact and everything will improve over ACC eventually, but this is the first implementation of the MP. This is nowhere finished, right? Yeah, off-throttle oversteer is normal. It has an open differential. The lap times are wrong. It did look to me like I gained time this lap, right? And his lap time was faster. Because the delta was 1.6 last lap and it's 1.5 now, or 1.4. Okay, let's, where's Jardier? Do we fall back? Ooh, what a lap time in Boothby. Let's wait on the back straight for Jardier. Alfredo is good, but he's not esports ready. Stir things up a bit. Uh-oh. Stirred too much. Okay, we try again. without death this time. Oh, he's giving me extra space. He has lost trust. Oh. I saw a warp and then my game was gone. Rip. Finally he's back and there he's gone. That has probably been the server though. Are the others driving? Banned. That could be. So did the others also crash or just me? Just me? Okay. Yeah, okay, then. Okay. Okay, luckily it's not the server. Well, that was deserved, I guess, for killing him in lab 1. Can I join? I probably have the controls locked. Ah, I can just join, actually. You can still finish if we leave the pit straight. Nah, I shouldn't be. I'm probably just lap down. That's all. I hope the game was doing a crash dump. Might have been too close to Jardir. What is the next car? I think we have the M2 next. Well, I'm unlikely going to trash talk the physics. Should be better all around than previous version. Yeah, there was something with the bump drafting where if the speed difference is not big enough, it doesn't end up on the car in front. Yeah, I think a long time to go, I think, Victor, until this kind of stuff. And driver swap in Caterhams. Certainly innovative. "24-hour Caterham race." Oh, that was another interesting warp. I'd probably go back to the pits. actor model approach. Wrong person to ask. Not involved in netcode stuff. Okay, let me get a head start. Find the other server. Probably have to type the password again. We were here. There. Race. Oh, see, the server's here twice somehow. Everything is... Thanks, SimGrid, for putting all these hot lab servers. Let's go to the preview. Why is do we just have so many servers? No, something... Okay, race 2 servers are apparently just not here yet, period. We wait. Race 1111111. No race 2 yet. No, he says 2 is up. So if I refresh, should I see it? Not yet. But he just posted it, so maybe there's some boot time. Server, come on. Race 2 should be this then, I guess. So let's swap to the M2. My cars. Because I added some colors. Server closed. Okay, that doesn't help. I don't know why I have the server so many times here, or is there really that many instances? Do the others have as many servers too? We wait. Gamer muscle got no hands. Depends on the car. Maybe there's a loading error. Good to tell us the massive overdamping in the FFB is still persistent. I don't know. It's difficult to talk about FFB in general. I'm very happy with it. And I think damping is also the wrong word. Okay, Victor. Well, I can't feel what the car is doing at the limit. It's just difficult to drive cars at the limit, perhaps. It did look like Boothby had 0 problems. He started the game and went super fast. Doesn't look like much issues. Nope. Let me restart the game and see if we can... Night. Oh, now there's several... That is... Oh yeah, that's the one. That is so weird. So in this one... So since Boothby apparently has been practicing, we gotta add some camber here. So 1 degree, oh, we only have half degree on the rear, so probably shouldn't overdo it on the front. And we can probably go a little lower here. It's probably too low. It's gonna be fine. I don't even know. Do something like this. And here we can probably go quite a fair bit lower. No, not touching that. We don't need the TC in this little feather. Yeah, in 0.2 it wasn't good, but it's just because of the tire. It should feel a lot better now. Like, you just download it and try. It should feel a lot more nervous than in ACC now. It's very subjective, Michael, but I'm happy, and I heard from other people who tried it that they are happy. Doesn't mean everybody will be. For Victor. But I think we went too far inside. Oh, come on. The thing is, you can slide like that, you can control it if you're fast enough, but it's definitely costing lap time, so don't do it. Okay. The field of view in the virtual mirror is that's the lowest setting, and you cannot, like, he's super close behind but we can't see him. There, hit it better. You will see much more kind of hack and slay in the steering, especially on the brake. It's just more likely to lose the rear. Ah, yeah, overdid it on the curb there. So despite ABS and despite not going fully aggressive with the brake bias to the rear, you can see that the rear brakes, once the rear tires start slipping a bit on the brake, it gets super sensitive and difficult to control. So the risk you take on the brake is much, much, much higher than ACC. So this is the area where the really good guys will gain the lap time. Still, same as an ACC, but now it's more delicate and more risky to really try something on the brake. Optimization, of course, generally is happening. But of course, it's still not where it needs to be and where the devs can bring it to, I guess. No, nothing on wet driving. It will, like, the wet driving just changes in line with the changes to the tire in general, but nothing itself in regards to the wet driving has been done as far as I can tell. Oh no, no, I thought it was Jardy again. Do we pass or do we leave a gap? We leave a gap. game sound loud enough? No, I have an ultra wides, not triples. Still, the sausage is large. Maybe some slipstream to improve the time. There we go. Na Sören, wie ist es? Yeah, let's bring the momentum. That's an improvement. Ja, ich habe ja auch nicht gestreamt. Insofern war ja keine Lüge. Well, this is the M2. It doesn't have enough power to. And it has the road TC logic. It doesn't have a race car TC. So on the real car, you also do not use it. It's, I mean, you can drive TC0 if you feel like it, but it is much more tricky than on ACC. Once you slide, the car is very quickly gone. Sie ist in der Beta-Branch, Sebel. Aber jeder kann sie testen. The brake physics is shit. What do you mean? What is shit about it? Just a micro improvement and no more time for another lap, or no improvement at all, most likely. Oh, 300s. That looks better. Oh, but Boost is also not here. Okay, no, all good. All good. I think everybody's here. think Boothby decided to not put a Q lap. So he's doing last to first already. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we do brake distance measurings as well. And on the slick tire, it's anywhere between 28 to 30 meters. Something like that, ballpark. Doesn't seem like entirely wrong. So race 15 minutes this time around. Can you test the beta in single player as well? Yes, of course. It's the kind of same game as before, plus multiplayer. What's with the car being dropped when the session is launched? That's just kind of the setup calculation stuff. Doesn't that happen in ACC as well? Pretty sure. Maybe the dropping happens invisible in ACC or something, but I think it happens. Yeah, the update is around MP mostly. I don't think VR has been advertised as being solved, so to say. But also, then there were others, I believe, that said, oh, this is playable now, but everybody has different what they think is playable. I think 120 FPS in VR is not to be expected right now. I don't have 120 FPS on the ultra wide with a 4090, and VR is, I don't know how many more pixels. White, I can't tell. But I guess so. Well, let's give Davide a chance to win here. Yeah, it's but you can see the ping bars in the left list there. Just said it's different than ACC right now, is it? No, I think we made it to match ACC. So full green bar is good, empty red bar not good. Active reset iRacing style feature. This is all already like such detailed stuff. We are still working on the fundamentals of the game. This is like a very specific feature for a very specific purpose. Hey, he wants to know. Come on, Beamer, and just mine. God, the slide is so delicate. Get fucked, Gregor. No, he's still there. Okay, that should be better now. He thought so. Now let's give David a run for his money. Francesco, people have different expectations for all the right reasons. In the end, it's just a number. Oh, he's fighting the car. And it's a 5-second penalty, so we're good here anyway. The problem is Gregor is going to be back here any second. Well, it's still the amount of cuts and time gained or not, and then if it's too much, then you get a penalty, or too many. But I think we have more freedom to still kind of define all that. Friendly nudge. Uh-oh. That's a free wide if I've seen any. Good, good. Lock him in there. Damn it. Well, we gotta be first when the clock is up. Until now, we're good. In terms of penalties, I think everything is still on the table and very much possible. Wouldn't worry about that. These cars are driven TC off in real life as well, because they run the road car TC, which is useless for a race car. And the car has, what, 300 something horsepower or so on very thick slicks, so this is normal. So let's give Luke a fight. Well, you can try the Lambo ST EVO without TC. Good luck. I don't think you're lasting long then. Oh, interesting. Oh, we both kept it somehow. Somehow we need to make Alfredo win. Oh, the F1 car you definitely want to drive with TC. The F2004. I think on the M4 GT3 the TC is not there yet, but if you want to read the blog post, there's something in it in regards to that, I think. But we know where to search. The other thing is, the more we dial in the TC now, the more we have to do it again later, because the tire is still going to change throughout the updates, more or less. There's still things that aren't done yet. So when the tire changes, the slip changes, and then suddenly the TC doesn't work again because it's looking at different slip values than are actually happening. Yeah. If it's shit by 1.0, let's talk. Oh, we lost Luke Edison. Go! You're getting beaten up now. Wasn't sure if he was gonna hold that. So, do we wait for someone else here? Davide has the 5-second penalty. Rigo is 5 seconds away. Where are the others? Okay, let's go for the win. Well, he was giving me Nicola Larini type of space there. Well, I think it's fairly good if the servers hold. I think we'll have to see a bit the next couple of days when people really warm up with the game and how it drives now. Oh, overcooked that. That was my first off track though, I believe. Last lap. Ooh. When you push and it goes over the front axle, then you can be sure the rear is going to screw you. Yeah, it's just very hard to push on the brake in this. Even if it has ABS. The rear is always on the verge of killing you. When you push, like it's completely fine if you stay a tiny bit under the limit, but if you push, it's gonna bite. Well, no disconnect, no crashes, no weird netcodes. Carefully optimistic. And there are 2,600 people online right now. That's good. I think last time around was 3,700 peak in May when the last patch dropped. Let's hope the number increases today no more still. Messages. Okay, tomorrow I think we'll have to go through Reddit and all the things that other people found already. Hi Maus, was willst du denn, huh? Was willst du denn? Come here. Hm? Server 3 going up. I believe we're now more people than we have slots on the server, so we gotta hurry up a little. Have you already driven Kiki? Yeah, there's something weird here with the servers. I'm pretty sure there are not as many servers online. Like this is... I don't think this is the case here. Especially not the same server 10 times. So something is odd here. Preview 3 here. My cars. There we go. Let me type. Can I type? Oh, it doesn't type. Why? Yeah, this is weird, man. Preview. So, where is the server with the number 3? Oh, this is super weird. So, one more time. Oh, it doesn't have a ping, so I think it's dead. Can I type now? Oh. Let's see if that works. Uh-huh. They're all in the M4, naturally. But I'm going to harass them. Let's see how low we can go. I'm not sure. We might bottom out of Rouge there, so let's keep it all normal. And not play around here actually too much. I think in this one you need to keep the TC as well. If it's off, it's going to be super aggressive. So, chat. Hey, Milos. Oh, well, I'm gonna suffer in Eau Rouge. But on the straight, I should have a shot. No. Gotta bring the M4. I was hoping I could harass them a little bit more top speed, but I lose too much through Eau Rouge already. That was like 25 kilometers down or something. So M4 it is, just any. Yeah, of course there need to be tweaks, right? This is the first stage where they're just about confident enough to put it out to the public. That's going to be shit, I'm sure. Especially when you have a couple thousand people playing now. But it's a start. Actually, setup-wise, I'm not gonna do anything. We just drive. So, here... this car will need a bit of adapting. And compared to... no, there's no telemetry out yet. Like, there's probably something in the shared memory, but not anything that was designed to be the telemetry that you're used to from ACC or something. It depends a bit on the car with the ABS. On cars that have very high frequency ABS, like race car M4, for example, it's unlikely to lock up and let go of the tire as harshly again. But if you have older cars with kind of lower frequency ABS, for example, if you try the Dallara or the NSX or something, there you'll feel much more in the force feedback from just the tires locking up. And it's also just down to how each car really is constructed, because they all have different suspensions and there's different angles and all the connected rods there. So the force feedback turns out different in each car. There's no way to have the same type of force feedback across all the cars. This is available for the public. All you need is a code to activate the beta branch, which you can get on my Discord. I posted it just below the link to the stream. But you can also get it through the various Kunos channels. Should be somewhere. So you can tell I'm short shifting a bit, and that's because this car is, because it's not in, there aren't any other GT3s, there doesn't need to be BOP, so this is as BMW advertises it pretty much. Which means it has a lot of torque and doesn't actually need you to go to the ref limiter to release the full power. Well, it's on my Discord as well. You don't need to go to the scary one. On there is the code. That goes faster. Not a good idea. Yeah, my SimuCube settings are also posted on my Discord. But basically, just let the base do its thing. Don't add anything to it. Don't remove anything artificially. Just let it work. I believe. Oh, bye. The problem right now for me is I've driven too much of the Formula 1 car here, and the brake points are a little different. And the speeds are a little different. Thanks, Clive. Thanks, Marky. And that was a bad exit, very costly. Try without. Vielleicht kommt das ABS-Signal über Tire Slip und nicht über ABS vielleicht. Kann das sein? Weil das ABS, der ABS-Trigger noch nicht im Shared Memory ist, die Slip-Werte aber schon. Weil man das für die Motion Rigs braucht. Weil LMU hat, glaube ich, auch nicht den ABS-Trigger, da geht es auch nur über Slip. Weil ich merke es nämlich bei mir im Pedal auch und ich habe gar nichts eingestellt. Das ist wahrscheinlich dann, weil Slip eingestellt ist. Aber nicht ABS. Das habe ich eigentlich nie an. Ist, glaube ich, nur eine Reihe da drunter. Yeah, we didn't have the LMU fanboys here yet. If you purchase today, you get the content, yes. You just have to activate also the beta branch after you purchase it, but this is available for free for everyone. Well, at this point, it's a bit early to take EVO or EVO to make custom sims for racing teams. Like, the game is not there yet. That makes no sense. I don't know if there are plans to go B2B with this. No idea. A beta branch is something that isn't part of the official release, but is available through testing when you enter a password. You just right-click on the game in your Steam library, go to Properties, and there's something, beta branches or so, and there you enter the password that people will post here. And with that password, you're activating the beta branch, and then you get the content that isn't in the normal public version. Ah, too pushy. That was costly. Topnia, hello. So, it's gonna be one more lap. No, I don't have fuel. So better get a clean exit. So there are pings. Let me see. Anything I need to react to? No, okay, I think we're good. The 296, the road car, yes, that's in the game. And once you start the game, just go to the open mode. Everything is accessible there. If you go to the career mode, you have to unlock the cars. But it's completely free to choose, and if you start with the career mode, you just go back to the open mode and you'll have everything. So there's no choices to regret as well. I think I need to bring up the audio a bit, because in that car it's really, really important to hear the RPMs rise and fall. All the GT3s do it a bit different. I think the Ferrari 296 IRL has 3 settings for TC. Some cars have 1 setting for TC. Some cars have 2 settings for TC. LMU chose to give all cars 3 settings for the TC. We currently have a TC1 on the BMW, but for example, the 488 Challenge has TC1 and TC2 that you can adjust. So it depends in the end. I don't think the BMW has 2 IRL. Well, Sully, look, I love James. But it really shows he doesn't know. Because the physics is the core of the company of Kunos. They don't do physics from scratch. Like, the physics as they're built, you build on top. You change things in there, but you're not starting over. So this is AC1 better. This is ACC better. So just saying copy AC1 physics, which were limited in many regards, doesn't really make sense. So I'm going to say nope. AC1 has many shortcomings, and ACC improved them some. Evo improves them more. This is that's why it's called evolution. Well, Evo, not evolution, but you get the gist. Okay, more pings. Ah. That's standard setup. Yeah, I didn't change anything. Maybe you need to add camber. But honestly, we're fine here. Ah, yeah, that probably helps. Let's see. That might help. Race is 15 minutes. That means a little more laps, right? That's probably 7 laps. Or is it 6? No, it's going to be 7. So we need to put more fuel in. I think 40 or something. We're going to need 40. It's quite thirsty right now. You calculated already? I didn't look at it once. Cheers, I guess. Yeah, the F1 car is great, isn't it? If you're into that, you probably don't need much else. Well, I think the M4 GT3 IRL has just one setting for the TC, so TC1 from 0 to 12 or something. Yeah, I think with the sound for the F1 car, they didn't really have to start over much. Because I think I remembered being really good on AC1 already, so that was a good starting point with it, sound-wise. I think all the imported cars from other games, Alfredo mentioned that everything that was imported he had to change massively. Oh, car almost gone on the brake there. I think slipstream is a bit too low right now. I think the distance is 0.3 of a second. Should be a bit more. Yeah, it definitely is much more direct, right? Do we have draft? A little bit. Oh, I didn't check the tire pressures. Let's just look at the beauty of the taillights of the M4. I think it's 27. Nice. Get more off tracks. Not sure if it was warping or if he was slowing down. Ah, there's the slipstream. We're gonna be there. That's a dive bump if I've seen any. Oh. Wrong marker. Might have been 50 meters late. Hey Jochen. So, jetzt wird rangesaugt hier. Oopsie. Almost lost it. Okay. Testing limits. Yeah, Grande works, yes. All you need is the beta branch code. Enter it and then you can download it. I think we can go faster through there. Should go flat if you get the entry right. You really have to make sure on exit that you're not slipping the tires. There's a very small margin, that is okay. But if it's too much, you lose so much momentum. Yeah, guys, if you have the key ready for him, just post it in chat, that's fine. Tatanka, hey. Nope. Well, guys, you have to say, like, if you think the driving is better than before, say it loud and clear, please. Not just to me, to everyone. Because I think that was one of the things that was really lacking in 0.2. Where the tire really didn't tell you much. I think there should be more. Depends a bit on the car, ups and downs, but in general. Yeah, I think the thing is that in LMU the car kind of always moves a lot in the tire. Like, it's never really planted. There's no situation where, you know, all 4 tires are stuck to the road. There's always some play, which is not necessarily wrong, but it's a different way of driving then, obviously. Yeah, I think this is a more general pops across the game that we have on the car currently. It doesn't have individual ones. You will hear them on some cars. They can be tuned a bit. Pitch, duration, and all that stuff. Come on, George, get slipstream. But I don't want to gift it to you. Ah, now I got the corner right. Yeah, it's default setup. I think I lowered it by 3 millimeters or something, but nothing else. Hey, Harry. Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff also sound-wise. that's a good lap, actually. But Boothby is just 2/10 away. Just insane how quickly these people adapt. I have so much more time on the game than George, and he needs a couple hours and he's on pace. It looks easy, but it's because I'm underdriving. I'm not risking it at all, that's why. If I would try to push, it would bite me immediately. And the car has this turbo spool a bit, right? So I can go full throttle until I hear the turbo coming up, and then I need to be careful. Just try it for yourself and you'll know very quickly. Yeah, as I said, Leon, right? They can pick this up so quickly. I mean, the track didn't change much. Plus all the breakpoints that he knows from other games are working here too. Just the nuances of the car and how you have to drive it are a bit different, obviously. And that's where maybe I have these 2-3 on him or something, but... So, last lap. So I wanted to do the 14, now I'm happy. Now we can fight again. Actually no, if you check 2024 pole lap time, I think they did 13 even. And you maybe missed it earlier or you weren't there yet. The car is not bopped because there's no other GT3 we need to take care of. So we have 700 Newton meters and the full horsepower the engine has to offer. And I think it shows when someone like George can pick the game up so quickly, a car when he says he hasn't practiced, and when he can be up to pace quickly, that shows that it's somewhat intuitive to him, at least. And he knows what to do, more or less. I think the brake bias value is like the actual one. In ACC, it's a bit kind of masked. There are different points kind of to input the value of brake bias. You can be before and after the brake cylinders, kind of. And I believe this is now the actual brake bias, not the one that you feel, so to say. So how it is right now is in ACC will probably be 52 or something. Alright, and the 52 in ACC is then something like 68 or 70 front, actually. So now I'm just going to show you once when I'm aggressive on power what happens. You can't hold it like an ACC. It just doesn't work, right? Once the tire slips, it really slips and doesn't provide much grip anymore. Another race without server crashes. I'm really happy. I even forgot about that. We're in a risky testing phase here and everything can go wrong. 15.4. Yeah, it looks solid. Quit, I believe. So, some more Discord check. Did I miss anything? It's holding together. What does Steam say? Let's see. 2,600 people still. Good. 300 servers or something. Where's my chat window? I have too much stuff open. Here you are, guys. Here you are. Yeah, it seems to be Davide. It's a warm here. Was a good idea to put the AC back into the room. So, server 4 is supposed to come up somewhere. 2, 3. No 4 yet. I don't know what the car is for 4 anymore. It might be the Mazda. Or is it... What else do we have? I don't remember. I think we have the Mazda Cup coming and this is the third race, right? So we should have one more. Race 3, race 3. I was hoping I could... No, that doesn't work. It works with a... How's it called? Raute. Hey, Micha. Ah, okay. Server's not up yet. They're checking. Oof. Let me... Somewhere up here, I posted the schedule. So the next race is MX5 Cup on Laguna, and the last race is going to be the Cayman GT4 on Suzuka GP. The MX5 could be interesting. Oh boy. Okay, there are positives and negatives. I've seen some weird clips already where things just explode. Let's hope it's all down to bad pings. I know the plan is to have servers in various regions, just so that people, I don't know, Asia, South Africa, or so all that typically come with a high ping, that they can drive among one another, at least, if high ping is an issue here across the world. Nope, still no server 4. Let's see. They're switching the server to another machine, which gives me a pee break. Think of interesting questions I need to answer when I'm back. You can't make Gamer Muscle happy. I think he started probably with AC1, and that's the language he speaks. Just like he speaks English and nothing else. If, I don't know, maybe I need to direct him some force feedback settings, but at this point I think it's beyond repair for him. I'll be back. Maybe we just call this game AC1 Evolution. then maybe then he's happy. Alcohol-free beer, guys. Cheers. Thanks for joining. Hope you get to enjoy the update. Emo, macht das Sinn? Also es ist ja nicht so, dass man die Strecke jetzt einfach so zurückhält, ja, sondern es muss natürlich alles funktionieren und es bringt nichts, die Nordschleife jetzt zu releasen, wenn das nur Probleme macht. Aber sie wird kommen. Ich bin auch schon Testrunden auf der Nordschleife gefahren, ja, nur um das zu entkräften. Also es gibt sie, aber es muss natürlich, wenn wir was releasen, muss das natürlich fehlerfrei und 1A sein und so weiter. Darum weiterhin Geduld, ja. Und Nordschleife ist halt auch eine sehr spezielle Strecke, da muss wirklich alles passen. Und wir haben jetzt so viele Autos schon, da muss man echt sicher gehen, dass auch kein Auto irgendwie literally aus der Bahn fliegt. So server 4 is supposed to be coming up any second, so we keep refreshing. Still 15 service, so I suppose we just refresh until it's 16, I guess. 192, 193, still 15. Can I search for? Now that works, so we can just search for race 4, I guess, and then it doesn't work at all. Not trusting the search term there yet. Do you know if it will be possible later to have own dedicated servers like ACC? As far as I understand, the current idea is to route everything through a purpose-built web portal for that, where you will be able to rent service for months, for weeks, for days, for hours, for the amount of players that you need. So it's going to be really flexible. At least that is the idea. Hoping that in the end there shouldn't hopefully be not too much of a price difference than if you just rented the server dedicated. But the idea is to have a more robust infrastructure than there was on ACC, where, you know, it was a bit issue-ridden with sometimes the whole lobby being down and things like that, and they want to avoid that, so they've partnered up with a bigger company that should be able to host in bigger capacities. And I think one of the ideas might be to have a bit more security tied to that when it's all behind whatever big companies do. Don't ask me, not a network guy. Well, you can have own server if you have your own physical server. You pay something for that as well. In the end, nothing is for free. Even if you have your own dedicated server, you either bought the PC or you rented that dedicated server to some degree. So it's, but I get the criticism. We'll have to see, I guess. And we also knew that would be one thing people would object towards. But it's not like they make this decision to make a lot of money. Most of the money goes to the hosting company. The idea is definitely not to stop communities from racing. So, MX5 Cup. The camber is already maxed on the front. We'll leave it on the rear. I think we just go down on with the roll bars here, maybe up on the rear, see if it rotates a little bit. I know we need to move the brake bias like 70, 72 or something. That's what I remember. Aero-wise, I mean, it's not actually aero, but we go down with the car. Leave some rake in there. ABS needs to stay. And then we probably should just drive. Disconnected from server. Oh, they're restarting. So let me save the setup. Then I don't need to do it again. Do we have a ping to the other guys? But I think the server died. Should be behind my camera. Yeah, can't press drive. Server dead. Okay, need to reconnect. We'll sort this out quickly. More questions, guys. Now's your chance. Or you can just go driving. I'm equally happy with that. There is a server. Now works again. Okay. I think we're on it now. Hey, Pander. Or Pander fan, rather. I think this is probably one of the best cars. I know about this one. Gamer Muscle will definitely complain. The steering in this one feels very damned. I get that. Well, I'm fine either way. Hast du dich verirrt? Alles Gute nachträglich, Ben. Ich weiß, es war der 12. Zum 39. wenn ich das richtig sehe. Yeah, name C or name C. If it's too noisy, you can just like slap a filter on it in your wheel driver software, like what's it in the reconstruction filter in the SimiCube. Oh, fourth, not third. If it's noisy, it's good, because then you can fix something. If there's no information in the force feedback, that's harder to fix. Well, I also hope there's going to be more Formula cars, but of course I cannot disclose anything. Nor am I involved in the like long future plans. I only know like the cars from the next patch, kinda, where I need to do the test driving. Well, you said it's noisy. So if you want to remove that noise, then you need to remove that detail. So just put a tiny bit of a filter to just get rid of what is noisy without destroying the other stuff. For example, I drive Reconstruction Filter 8 and I feel there's still everything there that I need. Which is fairly high, I think. So the interesting bit about this car is now, with the slicks, low power, low weight, it just sticks to the road, right? And you really need to push to bring it over the limit. The problem is, if you do, it's going to be super sharp, like a go-kart. Like, it really goes, and you need to be super quick in the steering. That's why I suggest running rather high and quickly responding FFB. Else it will be tricky to catch it when it really goes. You really need to go 180 degree or something. And you can brake so late in this because we're not really going fast. And it brakes so well on the slicks. A lot of patience. Too early. I drove the Alpha GTA too much here, so I'm very scared of braking. Hey, Dinant. Honestly, it's been going quite well. I expected more issues, to be fair. I only disconnected once in the very beginning because my game crashed. Oh, now the server died again, so I guess maybe it's actually starting to be too many people now, but so far until here, we were fine with 2,500 people online or so. Haarschifter mit den Pedals am Lenkrad. Wir haben da so in die genaue Kalibrierung noch nicht reingeguckt, ja. Wenn sich das rausstellen sollte, dass eins irgendwie drastisch schneller ist als das andere, dann hoffen wir, dass es nicht die Paddle-Geschichte ist. Ich glaube, man ist mit dem Haarschifter schon sehr schnell. Yeah, Namesy, I think this is also kind of the idea a bit, to kind of artificially reduce the number a bit so we're not straining the system too much. But don't ask me. That's the entire idea of a public beta, so to say, right? Get things to work. If everything just crashes all the time, and we're not seeing anything here. This is something is weird here with the server. Like, we're dropping from the server, then we have 2 entries in the server list, but I think it's the same server. I think it's actually the same. Some oddities. Yeah, I think it's on the official Discord, and it is via the content creators. It should be via the newsletter. Ja, mach's gut, Ben. Hau rein. It is that Davide Brivio, yes. But yesterday I don't know what I was watching actually, but there was another Davide Brivio which was definitely not him. The 8 minutes of qualifying. Need a lap. so it's not the MotoGP team manager. This is where I heard it yesterday. No, Davide Brivio is just an employee at Kunos. Ist alkoholfrei, Sven. Hey, Thomas. No same lights. Didn't change anything here. Yeah. I think the roll bar setting isn't too bad. The rotation stays a bit alive on power. Yeah, could be more... was more understeery before. I play a bit of LMU here and there for mainly comparison reasons, really. But I don't really have time to get into it on like an esports level. I do so much driving each... damn it. Definitely something issue written here now on the server. And let me just complete the lab to see where I stand. Well, it would be good if we have him. So, one... Oh. I didn't notice the time. 33, 34? Should have been something like that, but yeah, it doesn't track it. The server is offline. Something stranger, they notice. Okay, so, I'll observe the Discord. Maybe for the time being, we resort to single player. I'm just going to be practice. So, we need a track. I think Imola is always good. Oh, they're putting up server 5 to see if the disconnection stuff is Laguna related. But there are cars that we're not showing you right now because we can only do so much. Let's quickly jump into the RS6 maybe. Just give you a brief look. Okay. Yeah, we'll do Dallara right after, okay? So first we have to look at it a bit. Is it loud enough? There's so much puberty in this car. Ian, you're actually right. At first I thought, why do we want this tank? But then... Oh, we need to turn off TC. It's so good. Louder, you say. We go louder. Why do I click video when I mean audio? Just a little more then. And it just keeps rotating because with the active differential we can send up to something like, I think it's 85% to the rear. And we can send, it's going to be something like 70% of the power that goes to the rear can go to one wheel. Oh, a bit late. Still thinking race car too much. And also it swims a bit in the ABS when we go for the last corner here. Okay, there's restarting the full back end so we have more time to explore here. Now you'll notice why the brake markers go to 300, because this is going to be 220 meters brake point somewhat. See how it pulls itself through the corner? I'll try, Robert. It's difficult to swap from race cars to 2,000 kilos more. Oh, that's too late. Okay, they have server 4 up again. Oh god, it's heavy. You sometimes forget that. So what do you say, Robert, intuitively? Oh, it's actually too much on the rear. And like the other cars, it also has the launch control, of course, even though the logic is a bit flawed. Dallara? Okay, something is with the back end, so we stick to single play and go through the rest of the content. Which means, where's the Dallara? Here. So first thing to know, there are very many versions of this. Some is just visual. Some is going to be physical as well. Like these small inlets there, or outlets rather. They will better the aerodynamics a bit. I think it adds micro amounts of downforce and also reduces the drag or something. Then there's the Barchetta or Spider variant, which lacks the roof. I think something on the rear changes too. No, it's just the roof. And there is also, I know, a variant where you can kind of take the front window, the windshield away completely. You're driving in free air, which is what people will do when you drive this in the rain. Well, the thing is with this car, Robert, it has rarely actual bite because it's so freaking heavy. And when you drive it at speed, the front tires just suffer. So you need to be a tiny bit below what you think it should handle, but then it's going to be fine. And if you push it, the front tires overheat very quickly, and then it's just not going to bite at all until you calm it down a little bit. Well, let's move on here. And then there's a track day variant, which exclusively comes with slicks. Like you can see this here, right? So control, steering angle, there's the slick. It's small slicks, so it stays nervous. And this thing also produces a fair amount of downforce. Like the braking points are GT3 level, kinda. But it just has 400 horsepower or something and below 1,000 kilograms, I believe. It's a very interesting one. I think it could be fun. Then confirm. I think where's the... Oh, I need to add it to my cars, I believe, to be able to customize it. There we go. I can say parts. Parts. Loading. Front loop, so no. Where is... And you can customize a lot of colors. Everything is colored and you can change everything. I'm not going to get into that now, but it works. Same for the interior. There's a lot of adjustability on this one. So I think we need the race one. Nope. Here. The track day variant, I believe on that we'll have the option to remove Targa bodywork, track day setup, manual gearworks. I swear you could take away the window. Maybe it's other variant. Uh-oh. That's confusing. You need to give it different colors. Let's see if it's on this one. Add to my cars. Customize. I swear you could do that. I swear I drove it without the windshield. I just can't find it. Why? Okay, anyway, we're just going to drive it a bit, okay? And we're going to drive the street going version, not the slick version, because it's more interesting driving wise. I would say it's made for the supercar tire. Come on, just need to put a message here. So, of course you can select other tires. No, you can't anymore. So, you're going to have the supercar tire on the Dallara. No option to take the hypercar tire. Because the hypercar tire changes the characteristic of the car too much. I think the Cup 2 is our road tire. Let me look this up, okay? It takes a second to find it, but I will tell you, okay? Compounds. Where do we have it? No, it's not here. Damn it, that's hard to find. Cup 2R. Let me search for that. No. Cup. I know I have a lift tire categorization. So, the Cup 2 would be the supercar. Cup 2R is the hypercar. Or speaking in terms of Pirelli, the supercar tire is the P0 Corsa and hypercar is Trofeo R. If it's Bridgestone, it's Potenza Sport is supercar, Potenza Race is hypercar. So it really depends. If it's Goodyear, Super Sport is supercar. Super Sport RS is hypercar. But probably publish this list. But yeah, you got it, right? It has a few different exhaust notes now compared to other cars, like these high-pitched small pops. I think only the Dallara has. I think also the TC noise here is quite good. Anyway. The one thing I immediately complained about is how long the shift times are. But this is because it has a, yeah, kind of automatically operated manual gearbox. So it's not a sequential or a DSG. It has so much downforce that even on the supercar tire, it's hard to get into a slide. But then when it goes, then it really comes around. And the issue you have a bit, if you're shifting up while accelerating, the differential opens on the rear and the car rotates a bit more. We muted this already a bit, but it's just a behavior that car has. Due to the long pause in changing gears. I think it goes into the 140s lap time wise here, if I'm not mistaken. And once I manage to get the front properly loaded up into the corner with a tiny bit of trailing and a bit of nuance, not throwing, that would be too much, but a slightly tiny bit faster turn in. And then the rear will start sliding a bit, and then you can keep that momentum on the power. Yeah, it's 800 kilograms or 900 or something. It's super light. And it also produces a couple hundred kilos of downforce, actually. It's quite the combo. And it's super understeery setup-wise because it's made for dentists in the end. Indeed. And I think on this car also Alfredo got to drive it. So he met with Dallara and they let him drive it. So he had a really good chance to mimic the behavior that we have in the game now. And also the Dallara engineers got involved a bit and pointing to this and that. So this is probably one of the most accurately behaving cars we have in the game. So let me just complete the lap so we have a time, even though it's not perfect, of course. Easy GT3 breakpoint, right? Let me see if what else do we... Oh, we didn't have the F1 car yet, of course. How could I forget? Well, maybe it goes into the 40s with the slick. But 4 seconds from here, probably not on the same tire. So let's see. And I'll also read the Discord what the rationale is now. Let me quickly read. Server 5 is up. No trouble, no worries. We're offended if you go. Whatever. Thank you for the heat. Many thanks for excellent driving. Okay, so I think we're calling it a day, multiplayer-wise. And do the debugging for tomorrow. Oh, yeah, we have the... What do we do, guys? We need to discuss because we have the M3 E30. We have the E190. And, of course, we have the F1 car. I think these are the ones... Oh, and we didn't see the Lamborghini yet. But I think you know that from ACC. It's better here, of course. But... And the Cayman GT4. So, F1 brands? No, we're not doing brands. Brands doesn't exist for me. But F1, I agree. F1, we just stay in Imola, I'd say. Spa is also okay, but a bit boring. I don't know. Whatever you prefer, guys. But it has to be a track where Formula 1 drives. It's too fast for Donington. It's bonkers. Imola. I like Imola. I do a lot of testing here. I think they're doing the GT4 right now on the server, or at least they're trying again. Anyway, silence. Well, I tested the car on Bathurst. It works, but it challenges your mind, definitely. Ah, Spider Body, which Hank's made. I should know, but I don't. I need to adapt to this. This is... Okay, cold tires. Oh, you can't see the tire widget, right? Or? That in the screen somewhere. No, they didn't let me drive it. Unfortunately. Beyond me how you can drive and talk in this. If you're really trying. Yeah, something like this. Ah, that's still too early on the brake. Yeah, you need to get used to the speed, and you can go all the way on the brake initially, but don't pull the 100% braking too long into the brake. It's into the corner. Can't think. That's probably one of the better sounds in the game. Ah, nice, mate. That's a nice experience. I'm very much looking forward how much lap time people are squeezing out of this. I don't remember if I got down to 118 or 17 with the default setup. Yeah, Marky, indeed. I have to every couple of weeks. I think this is the biggest shame of our time, almost. Well, not, definitely not, but one of the biggest on individual bad luck, kinda. Yeah, Chris, it's gotten much better, but there's some cars that still have an issue, but we have very good ideas what is actually, or no, we know what is causing it, and we know how to address it, but it's, it needs a bit other changes down the line as well, and for that we need some time, so it's moved further back for the time being. But it's already better than ACC for that matter. Okay, one more lap. The car also gets faster every lap as the fuel burns through. Mad. When you have to slow down in the first gear, it always locks the rear axle. It's super difficult. I'll try a few corners without TC, okay? No, we don't have these details yet. And I don't even know if they could do this back then. Probably in the setup, not sure if... while driving. I will. Difficult. Replay. Let's just go back 2 minutes or something. Exceptional. It's so fast. It looks so good as well. Just a weird bug with the dirt on the tires in replay. We happy? I don't know, the spin looks quite realistic. Let's see more cameras. Good camera. Is there another? Nope, out of cameras. Okay, let's go to the GT4. I think the servers are back. We try. Multiplayer server list. What did they say? Race 5. There we go. Oh no, there are two servers. Okay, this should be this one. The one with the ping. No. My cars. I built one with special colors. What's the password? No, wasn't that one? Now I got it. Yeah, I agree with the cameras for the F1 car. Need a dedicated set, kind of. Okay, we're not gonna get a lap. What track are we driving? Suzuka. So we're going in cold, I guess. Which, fine, I suppose. Yeah, Thomas, I played around a bit when there was this race in Qatar, I believe they had 6 hours something or so, the test for the driver swap. So after that race, I drove a couple laps with the Ferrari that our team used. I got within... There's some graphical artifacts here right now. Where are they coming from? I got, I think, within a second or so of Jacob. But it's a bit weird, you know. I totally get, though, what people enjoy about the game. I absolutely get that. But I'm not sure it is for me, especially when I have Evo. And I can influence how the cars drive, right? And you can't give me that. So do we do something on the setup? I don't think so. It should be fine. Well, I want to go softer. I know this car is a bit odd with the bouncing. Let's go down a bit. That's probably too much. And up here a little bit. Let's hope it rotates. Dampers, actually, no idea. Aero, well, more front aero certainly helps. Less right height certainly helps. This might help. Rear wing. We'll just live with this. I don't know where we're gonna end up. Fuel should be fine. Oh, the race was longer, I think. Was it 20 minutes? Then this is going to be 10 or so laps. Let's hope it doesn't use that much as the M5, so we're fine with this or so. It did say 20 minutes for the race, right? Fuck. I don't remember. Good to see that it works. So whatever the issue was, they seem to have fixed it. Or not. I have a loading screen. Not good. That usually... That might trigger a restart. Let's see when the session transition happens. Am I coming out of the screen? I think... Uh-oh. That's going to be tricky to join. Out of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, faster. 6, 7, 8. Restarting the game. 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see how quickly we can join. 13, 14, 15. Oh no. 18, 19, 20. We might make it. It stores the password. Oh no, the server died again, so that was that. Or no, it just doesn't show me the ping, but it works. I'm in. Actually, we just still... Oh no, the race started. Screw that. We probably... We'll catch the field. We'll catch the field. We won't be too far back. Only half a lap. Uh-oh, it's yellow somewhere. The atmosphere is so good. Brake bias more to the rear. More to the rear. Car per FFB is just very simple. Like in ACC, you can bind the button for FFB gain, and it saves per car. You can really rotate it with a brake when the bias is enough to the rear, but it's delicate, so I'm probably on the edge here with a brake bias, so it's not risk too much. That was a bump. Wanted to dive on the inside, but he went so wide himself that I couldn't. I think they're all finding the off tracks. Here, for example. No, it's valid. Let me try without TC. I think this car was deadly. Let's see. Oh yeah, true. You're right, it didn't register my lap. So that's actually interesting. Good thing to record. Good spot. Now the GT3 lap times are actually a bit slow still, so I think we're fine grip-wise. Yeah, the setup is a bit conservative, I think. But we'll just pretend we're in this race. Don't celebrate too early. There are improvements on that, but we also know there are some issues still there, but we also know the solution. So it's just a matter of time. But yeah, it's much better than ACC already, which is down partly to the suspension now being calculated at 1000 Hertz instead of just 333. That gives much more accuracy in the math results, basically. Oh, we lost one. Thank you. We can set the car up much more aggressive, I think. Seems very understeered right now. But also safe. Let's see the lap times. 10.8, 11.1, 10.8. Okay, half a second a lap. It's a GT4, so on slicks. He's indicating like a BMW. Oh, the rear lights. Like, we did multiplayer testing, but of course a lot of the developers are not as fast as the esports guys here, so this is some of my first proper racing with actual close proximity and everything for many corners. Well, I'm still on track. Oh, Booth be doing 208. That sounds like a corner cut. We got him. I feel like I'm breaking half of what the car can do. Oh, that's probably an off track. It didn't say though, it's invalid, but didn't say off track. Yeah, the car does much more different things than it did in ACC. It's not that much on rails. You have to work more in general. Ah, that explains George's time. Oh, it says last lap, but it's over 4 minutes. So my race timer only started... That's weird. My race timer was different than everybody else's, because the race is still 4.5 minutes for me. That's super weird. That's, needs a log file saved. If I may, I'll quickly end the game to save the log, because I think that is an important one. Open the game. Get the log file. Here. And put beta testing, blah, 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 multiplayer, log. I joined, what was it? We joined the race late. And my timer was vastly different from other people. And my first lap wasn't counted. Did you see this on stream when the race timer started counting? Was it perhaps when after the first lap, when I cross start finish the first time? Anyway, posted that. So we can restart the game and look at the last stuff we have left. They say we can repeat this race, but I'm not sure. What is your... You want to do that? I would get the M2, I think. The M2 is even nicer. Or the Caterham, which is just 30,000, which is also very nice. So the content we did not have a look at is the M3. I think we should go to Suzuka East. Night was nice, right? So I'd say we go 11 p.m. or so it was, I think. Practice duration, 90 minutes. And now we take that lovely feller. Add to my cars. Customize. Wait for the customization to load. That's a bit of a hassle. Body color, interior, seats and leather, wheel color. Okay, not that much options actually. So we can stick to the default, I guess. Is it a TC0 game like ACC? No. On the GT4, maybe. But once you start making the setup aggressive, I don't think so. Because when it goes, it goes. That's the problem. Like you can probably drive it without TC up to a point. But if you go over the limit, it's going to be really penalizing. So grip-wise, you can't lean into the slide like ACC and easily control it. It's much more sensitive. You will see. Once you spin up the tires, Dennis, you'll see that you lose heaps of time. So you always have to stay on the grip. And just a fraction of a slide. That's what it will tolerate. Especially on the road tires, there's more room. But on slicks, once it slips, it gets ugly quickly. So even if the TC is still a bit weird, there's something to say about that. We figured this is a graphics bug I have here. There's something in the logic of the TC that we figured out we can change. Because there's one value that's very dominant in all of this, and that basically defines that we either have TC that acts very early and subtle, but before we can actually start playing with the car. And if the value is on the other end of the spectrum, it's too late and very harsh. So the car is already sliding, then the TC cuts in harshly, the car regains grip, and it's a very odd experience. And finding the middle is very tricky because that value is super sensitive. And if just the conditions change a bit, tire pressure changes a bit, temperature changes a bit, then the TC is going to be off again on that particular level. So the plan is to, the value kind of is twofold, and we want to take this value apart into two values so we have more control over when the TC really engages. So we'll do that at some point when we have the time. So, M3E30. Turn on some light. Tell me what you think about the sound, please. Sounds a bit, I don't know, more grunty in the car than outside. I'm not sure. This car, Dennis, is probably going to remind you a lot of LFS, I'm pretty sure. Think XRG with a bit more power. It's not the XRT. Not that long and heavy and doesn't have the turbo. What do you mean, hot settings? Yeah, I don't think there are hot settings. It's because you can just move things around anyway. Yeah, I think VR is still very hungry, but if you turn it down enough, might work. There are probably some smart people who have figured out decent ways with all the options you have in terms of VR. Well, it's a drift car, kinda. Unfortunately, Dennis, we don't have a 323 compact. Or whatever you had. Yeah, I mean, ACC has the super optimized Unreal Engine. This is from scratch. But also, you don't need as many FPS in EVO to have a smooth experience. Like, I'm driving with 90 FPS capped right now, and it's perfectly smooth. In ACC or in Unreal Engine, you can run 150 FPS and still have these micro stutters. Well, it's a road car, Donald, so I do hope it does. But here it's uncatchable. If you overdo the weight transfer, it's hard to catch. It might be. I practiced this a bit with this car, so I might not be a really good example. I know of a friend already who complained via phone after he was trying this today, and he tried the drifting. He's all the rage now. I can't drift this car. How are you doing? Blah blah blah. So this is all unrealistic. This is not Live for Speed. Basically. Well, the Merc is basically the same, just slightly different. So, Merc. Oh. Well, it's the old 90s something. What a dash. I think this is harder on the rear axle, so it slides even more. No, there are, like... let's see if we can get the camera close enough. Like, if you go to these curves, you can see they are, like, 3D shaped, right? They have these very flat teeth, so to say. There are some that are much higher. And if we go to another curve on the other side here, you will see that that curve is a lot flatter, right? So you won't feel that curve with the same vibration. That makes sense. True. I mean, we have some cars with the yellow front lights, like in the endurance races in some of them, Daytona or so. So in theory, we can have different light colors. This is already not as white or bluish, so to say, as the modern cars. But I think the cone on the ground is the same. Good spot. Well, make a tutorial, ideally. I think people want to know. Yeah, this is harsher with the drifting. Right, the M3 struggles to get to the maximum RPM when in a slide, but this here... Ugh, okay, difficult. Okay, guys, your questions. I can't just drift around here. It's a 90s car. It's a road car. It does road car things. It's okay. I think they're good to race as well. Do we have anything left? Do we have anything left? Yeah, I mean, I think it's more interesting to drift on track, actually. It's more difficult, perhaps, because you... Nah, I don't know. Doesn't matter, probably, for the drifters where they do it. The AC Discord. What do you need to... I can, but what do you need it for? Do you really want to go there? No, I left it even because it's, well, tricky. Yeah, there's I think that there was some issue with the particles. For testing purposes, I already had them at some point. So it's not like they don't exist, but probably performance issues with it or so. Super Trophy, or yeah, you're right. Where could we drive it? Kota National or so it's not so long. Mount Panorama? Mount Panorama? At night? I'm all in. I think the Evo Discord is probably from the Assetto Corsa website. I'll get it for you. At the very bottom, I suppose. Here. Copy the link. There you go. Oh. Gotta mean it. Oh, let's go. TC0? No, not with this one. It's off. Okay. Advised to not do that. It has a very fast binding rear axle, so you have the differential is locked very quickly. And once you can see, I even lost my grips on the wheel. That's how fast it goes. Probably at higher speed with downforce, it's fine. But slow speeds, it's super aggressive and nervous on throttle. And it's definitely slow if you drive with TC off in this one. So let's turn it on. And you have to wait a bit until you go full throttle because else it might push out the corner. I don't know really what to show and tell. I can only encourage you to download the beta branch and try for yourself. Oh, not a GT3. And when you overcook it on the brake, this is something awesome that you really did not have on ACC. Once the rear goes, it's very hard to recover on the slick tire. Much better with the road tire. It's much more lenient. But on the slick, life gets harder. We have a different camera. Oh, that wasn't better. That's more like it. Alright guys, I don't know what to show you. It gets repetitive. I think you got a good glimpse. We had, let's say, 80% success with the multiplayer. I think we already had that discussion with the underbody damage. I'm not sure what the status of this is, but I definitely suggested to have that. Like we can damage various parts. There's no point not being able to, or there's no reason not being able to damage the floor. We just need to kind of figure out what the damage actually results in. What does it do aerodynamically or whatever, right? But yeah, we discussed this because now that the cars are better over curbs, people will also use them. And when the car bottoms out, it needs to be painful. Yeah, single player stuff is for the most part unchanged. Maybe they fix some issues, but concept wise or gameplay wise, we haven't done anything in that direction. The focus was entirely on multiplayer, because this is where we believe right now the people want to test the game, right? We haven't really driven this today, but this car is a, well, actually I will drive it, okay? I will. Just really quickly. Give me some more daylight perhaps. And we go to, where is Laguna Seca? There. This car is, I don't know, from when is it? 70s? It has super shitty tires. And it is like the target of Alfredo was to make it drive really vague and the tire not communicating a lot with you. Like that was the target, okay? Because this is how it is. Little B. But we do cockpit. Basically, this car is like LMU is in all cars. It moves over all tires at all times. It never sticks to the road. It always swims. And even with the car does small movements, you have to do a lot of correction. And sometimes it looks like, what the fuck is he doing? But the car is requiring this. This is how I imagine it feels for Jimmy when he's driving these classic cars on, what was it, Goodwood or something? And if you steer too much, you always have more front end than you have rear. So you always have to tame yourself in, or with not tapping into what the front end can do, and always negotiating all the time and see how much the rear can provide. But that's the hard limiting factor in this car. he's driving the real car. That doesn't count. Oh. Yeah, and if you're late to the corner, pray. Or too fast. Yeah, unless it's a concept Alpine, you're right. There is a different kind of fun, okay? You just didn't get it yet. Uh-oh, we're late. Uh-oh. I don't know how they survived in the 70s. The cars were so shit. Or maybe they just didn't. They just couldn't tell us anymore. Clear survivorship bias. Ja, also ich denke, kalte Reifen und zu heiße Reifen merkst du auf jeden Fall. Aber dazwischen ist, glaube ich, noch nicht so sensitiv. '60s even? Well, they probably still died with it in the 70s. If you get the hang of it, when you stop steering, then it's going to be fine. Just give it an idea where you want to go, and it will follow your impulse for the next 10 seconds. Let's complete this and watch the TV cam. Oh. Come on. Don't die on me. No. Oh, we're getting it? I need a clutch. Then we're catching this. Just ran out of steer lock there. Okay, replay of that last lap and then we call it a day, okay? Where's the lap starting? Is the lap that long? No, it's not 2 minutes, right? It is. Insane. Okay, where's the start? Here. I think there's a bit of an issue with the cameras following the car on ultra wides, because for me the car sometimes drives out of your screen probably, but for me it's still visible on the side. Well, that was too clean of a lap. Turning off the LSS sharpening to 0 results in 20 plus FPS. You mean on VR? Yeah, I think the VR, the LSS implementation is not really working. Something like that. So it could be known. But I'll copy paste. I'll just copy paste. But can you DM me on... Oh, have you seen that? That was weird. Look. The car is here in the sand. Look at it. I don't know if the compression maybe kills it. Do we have a view where... See this better? I'll also need to report that, I think. Oh. Now we have it. I think I have very little influence on the cars, and the little influence I have, I will use to pull race cars. Beer empty, guys. That was good. I was afraid it might not be. Where is our beta Discord? Just to not forget the VR stuff. Where is the VR channel? Here. Okay. Okay. Tracked, so to say. But maybe you need to know the headset as well, things like that. So maybe DM me with a kind of bug report, things like that. Yeah, I would say sound is good on the cars they worked a lot on. I know there are some cars where they're a bit behind. So this is still ongoing, kinda. I know that I think I saw even some cars from 0.1 or so, then suddenly the sound changes because they got better samples or whatever. So it will improve all around still. But on some cars where they're finished, I think the GTA is one of them, it sounds pretty good. And then, for example, on the M4 GT3, the external sound is much closer to the real one. The onboard one is much closer to ACC still, so they need to be matched, kinda. Get the car a bit deeper, more grunty. But yeah, it'll all come, I'm sure. Yeah, the car behaves not just this. I think all. I think most of the cars drive really credible. Now, I think credible is the word I'm mostly looking for. You can look at it, you can drive, and you think, yeah, I think that makes sense. This is what I would expect the car to do. And there's very little weird moments now. So I'm happy with that. Let's see what the next couple of days bring. If I can rejoin, so can do a proper goodbye. Thanks guys for stopping by. Thanks for the chat. Hope that was something promising for you to see. I hope you look forward to playing yourself, and once you get to it, I hope you actually do enjoy it. I hope the multiplayer hangs on. I hope we already gathered some information about the issues that were there. I already saw quite a few clips where particular collisions just going haywire a bit. Force feedback might hurt your wrists if you hit another car in a weird angle, so make sure, take care in crashes, okay? It's especially when you have a high-powered DD. Take it serious. Don't break your wrists. And hopefully that's addressed shortly as well. So, see you hopefully sooner than in 100 days. So, bye.